Okay guys, so we've been getting a lot of, not requests, but a lot of people have been asking us, hey, you know what? I want to put a smaller gear on my hub. That's like smaller gear. What do you mean? Well, I saw my friend, he has a small gear on his hub, and I want to do the same. Well, it's not as easy as you guys think. First of all, let me explain the basics again. There's two different type of hub. Actually, three different type of hub. There is a cassette, there is a freewheel hub, and there is a free coaster. We're not talking about free coaster today. We're talking about the cassette and the freewheel. Now, when you see your friend having a small, little tiny gear like this, automatically, guys, that's an indication that it is a cassette. Because a freewheel cannot go this small. On a regular cassette, you have a lock ring, and you could unscrew the lock ring and the cog, okay? If you guys go back, way back, and you look, we explained this in one of the videos about the difference between cog and freewheels and hubs. I explained that. This is a cog, this is a freewheel. The freewheel has the gear and ratchet inside. The cog, all the cog is just a little ninja star. It doesn't do anything until you put it into the free hub body. And now it works. Can you imagine something right now? I'm going like this. Some of you guys are like, ah. Yeah. Calm down, boys, calm down. But that is a cog and a freewheel, okay? Okay, you know what, Phu, you explained this before. Come on, get to it. Now here's the good thing about a cassette is I could go 15. I could go as little as 12. Now, once you get past a 12, it doesn't use a cog no more. It uses a one-piece driver like what I was showing you before. It's made into the free hub body. But what I wanted to illustrate to you is that you could change all this. You could change it all infinite, almost. The topic of today isn't that. It is freewheel. So remember, what was it? You said, hey, you saw your friend riding on a smaller gear. You want a smaller gear on here. Well, you're on this right now. You're on the 16 tooth. You want to get something smaller like this. Keep in mind, guys, you could only go so small without messing with the gear inside. But here's what this video is about. This is a 13 tooth. This is a 16 tooth. Now, freewheels, I don't know what's the biggest freewheel. I think the biggest I've seen is like a 22. They go all the way down to 13. Now, will that span of freewheel size fit this hub? No. You guys confused yet? Why won't it? Look at the inside of this. Look at the diameter of this, and look at the diameter of this. You guys notice it's two different sizes. You notice this hub right here, it only has thread on one side. So this side right here, it'll go in. It never works when I want it to. Damn it. There you go. It screws in. No problem. Okay. Let's put this one on. Can't screw on. Look, it won't even fit. It's too small. So what's this gonna fit on? We move over here. I'm not sure some of you guys have heard the term a flip-flop hub. This is a flip-flop. Flip, flop. This is a single side. Now notice, this one right here has the fatter side, just like this. But this one right here, when you flip it over, it also has a smaller size. This one doesn't. That's where the smaller freewheel goes on and it screws on. That's what we consider flip-flop. So This hub right here, since it's only got one side, it's a non-flip-flop. If it's the big side, usually a hub, they don't make the small side. If it only got one side, that means it's the bigger side. And if your hub has one side and it has a bigger side, it could only fit, guys, pay attention, 16 tooth or bigger. It cannot fit 15, 14, 13. In order to fit anything smaller than 16, it's got to be flip-flop, which this one is not. If you have this one and it's flip-flop, this side right here, you could go as low as 13, which is, I think, Odyssey makes one, 14, and 15. But it won't fit this. You would have to flip over to here, to the bigger side. Now, this side is compatible to a 16 and up, screws in. Now, these hubs, these flip-flop hubs, once you start buying more of the high-end one, they're gonna be flip-flop. But some of you guys need to realize the Skyway mags, the Peregrine mags, the GT OGKs, even some of you guys on the 29-inch that are into those mags with the 26, all those are single side freewheel. None of those are flip-flop. Now, some of you guys out there, you guys might have a special one. I've seen them before. I'm not sure if it's homemade, home rigged up, because honestly, if you have a machine shop, you could actually do it on the side if you have that capability. But for the most of us, we don't. I think Alf, real quick, turn around. See that 16-inch? You guys noticed? Only one side has the freewheel. Those are 16-inch Skyway mags. Okay? The GT OGK, only one side, non-flip-flop. So that means this wheel and that Skyway could only fit what, guys? 16 and up. You cannot go smaller. So you need a flip-flop. This is why you don't see a lot of freewheels anymore. You see cassette, because you don't have to deal with that. You got cogs that you could replace. It doesn't need any flip-flop or any of that stuff. If you want to go real small, you just pull this out and you buy a different driver body, you slide in, done. That's why the difference. Otherwise, you know what? Yeah, the cassette's got the engagement and all that. Well, you know what? If you buy a high engagement freewheel, it will literally work the same. And in essence, a freewheel hub with a high engagement freewheel, it's technically lighter than a cassette hub. So next time when you guys are doing the gear and you guys are gonna go out and buy a hub, make sure you guys know, hey, I want a flip-flop. Because if you go and you buy a single, then be aware that you're stuck on your gearing choices. 16 or bigger, or you got the flip, the flop. Okay, guys?
Can you fit a cog here with a lock ring?
You can. That's a very good question. Very, very good question. See, guys, Alf's an asshole, but he's got his point. So, look at this giant cog. So, look, you can screw this on. So, he's right. But here's the problem. When you screw this thing on, there's no lock ring. So, if you pedal forward, this thing's going to tighten itself. Okay? But when you release it, when you backpedal this thing, it's going to unscrew. So if this thing, because it's not a freewheel like this, so you pedal forward, and then when you freewheel, it doesn't move nowhere. There's no freewheel in this. So as you pedal, it's going to tighten, tighten, tighten. As soon as you stop pedaling, the bike's still going to roll, and this thing's going to undo itself. If you do have a lock ring on it, the lock ring is going to go along with it. On a fixed gear hub, I don't have one on me. I apologize, guys. On a fixed gear hub, if you look at it, there's actually two thread. There's the regular thread, and next to it, there is a reverse thread. So the cog would go on this way, and as it screws on, the lock ring goes reverse and it locks it in. So no matter where you go, it's locked. It doesn't go nowhere. So some of you guys will, oh yeah, you know, I did. You know, it'll come loose. And if it hasn't, hey man, good for you. All right, good for you. But yeah, it's the same size. The threading is the same size. Now, do they make a cog to use on the smaller side? I haven't seen it. I'm pretty sure somebody does out there. But yeah, but you can run it. You can rig it up. Okay, guys, so again, make sure this is a flip-flop. You want to go out and get that. If your only choice is a regular one, then you're very limited, 16 or bigger. If you have the money, get the cassette. Okay, guys, I hope that helped you guys out. Subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Do they have a middle finger?
They should. There's emojis.
Right? They should have a middle finger selection.
There's emojis though.
Okay, and yeah, guys, send me some comments. Tell me if I did it wrong or right. Somebody, what is the proper terminology instead of the bigger side and the little side? I'm pretty sure some bicycle nerd out there is gonna tell me. Okay, guys. Thank you, guys. I'm out.